ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. Today we take up Purusha Suktas from sage Bharadwaja Barihaspatya, Chandas Suktam 53, Gayatri Anushtup. Most of the rigs in this Sukta are simple and straightforward statements needing not much explanation. 53.1, 6.53.1. Vayamutva pathaspate, O Pushan, Lord of the path, we yoke or invoke you, who is like a chariot for intellect and for distribution of wealth or knowledge. Path here refers to the righteous or inward path from diversity to unity, the self. This is 53.2. Abhino Naryam Vasuviram, O Pushan, please lead us to that wealth which is beneficial to all men and to an admirable master of the house who is a heroic and virtuous man. That wealth implies self-knowledge, Atma Jnana. Aditsantam Chida Agrane, 53.3. O resplendent Purusha, urge even him who does not want to give anything to anyone and change the mind of even a miserly bargainer. A common man, while giving gifts, expects something in return. Such men are to be called as miserly bargainers and not real donors. Even when giving oblation to shining beings, they do so for gaining something from the shining beings. We go to next ruk 53.4. Vipatho Vajasadaye, O valorous one, please make our path clear for the attainment of knowledge or food. Please kill wicked persons so that our intellects may accomplish the desired objective. In the light of comments on earlier ruks, next few ruks become understandable easily. Paritrandhi Panina, O wise poet, punish with a sting the heart of a miserly bargainer and destroy the wicked to make us delighted. Vipushan Naraya Buddha Tuda 53.6. O Pushan, please punish the miserly bargainers with a sting or a knife, desiring our good in your heart. Please inflict severe punishment on them for us. Rikha Kikira Krunu Paninam 53.7. O wise poet, please tear up into pieces the hearts of the miserly bargainers and inflict punishment on them to make us delighted. 53.8. Yam Pushan, O resplendent Pushan, what sting you hold for urging people to acquire knowledge and wealth, with that you tear down to pieces all miserly hearts. 53.9. Yate Astra, O resplendent one, that which is all pervasive, is close to the cowshed and is leading animals. We pray for happiness from that. Here That symbolizes Atma. Kaushad means abode of the self. The self alone leads all living beings. Last sloka in the Sukta 53.10. Utano Goshanim, O Pushan, please create in us intellect fit for attainment by man and which can discriminate the cows, the horses and food. The seer is praying for the power of discrimination between truth and unreality. Next, Pusha Suktam from sage Bharadwaja, Suktam 54, is again in Gayatri Chanda. Sambhushan Vidushanaya, O Pushan, please bring us into contact with a wise man who may directly tell us, this is that truth. That truth is oneness or birthlessness. 54.2. Samapushna Gamemahi, who controls the houses or householders and tells, these are that only. May I be led to that man by Pusha. Houses or kshetras are appearances caused by Brahman. They are temporary dwellings of Atma. Pushnachakram Narishyati 54.3. The wheel of Pusha does not perish. His treasury is never empty. His wheel tire never gets troubled. Wheel of time of creation never stops rolling. Even new material forms emerge from the storehouse of Pusha. His wheel tire is never impaired by time or space. Yo Asmai Avisha 54.4. Pusha does not harm a man who offers oblations to him. That man becomes first and foremost and acquires much wealth. Next track, no comments on this and also on the next one. Pusha Ga and Meduna. May Pusha give us good speech or lands. May Pusha protect our horses. May Pusha give us wealth and knowledge. Pushannanu Pragaihi 54.6. O Pusha, please follow the speeches of the performer of this knowledge sacrifice as well as those of ours, our praisers. Non-violent sacrifice is being advocated in this Ruk. This is being stressed again in Ruk 6.54.9. Makir Neshan Makim. O Pusha, let not anyone kill others. Let no one resort to violence. No harm, nor harm anyone else, like by polluting water in the well, etc. Please come here to our non-violent activities. No comment on this. Srinvantam Pushanam Vayam. We solicit wealth from Pusha, who listens to our prayers, who is worthy of being urged, who has not lost wealth, knowledge and wisdom, and who is the master of all living beings. Pusha is stated to be the Lord of the manifested material universe here, as he is the universal nourisher. Pushantava Pradevayamna. O Pusha, under your command we shall never resort to violence. We are all admirers here. Last slok, 54.10. Paripusha Parastad. May Pusha hold up his right hand for giving gift. May he give us the gift again if we lose it. By implication, may Pusha give the gift of knowledge to the seer of the Sukta again and again if necessary. Next Suktam 55, again on Pusha, from Bharadwaja Bharihaspatya Chandas Gayatri. Most of the ruks in this Sukta carry inherent meaning. 55.1. Ehivam Vimucho Napat. O shining Pusha, you release all these objects, yourself never falling down. Please come here. May you and I be united. May you become our guide in the matter of Vrita. From the beginning of creation of universe, Pusha has been releasing infinite diverse material forms. Body of the seer of the Sukta is one of them. May Pusha teach laws of nature to the seer and his friends. 55.2. Yathidamam kapartinam. We pray Pusha like a friend. We pray to Pusha like a friend, who is the master of great wealth, who is a celibate with knotted hair and is the best charioteer for wealth. The great wealth is self-knowledge, Atmajnana. Pusha the friend is the best leader of men. A part of the Rik is pure poetic fancy. Rayo Dharasya Aghrane 55.3. O shining one, you are the stream of wealth. You are the possessor of unbound horse, are the treasurer of wealth and friend of every wise man. Ajashva, unbound horse, symbolizes birthless Brahman. Driving force behind Pusha is birthless Brahman. This is the real meaning of the word. With this clarification, meaning of the Rut should become clear. Stream of wealth may mean Soma, flowing essence of Atma. Six, 55.4. Pushanam Nva. Let us praise the sun or nourisher Pusha, who is said to be the destroyer of Usha, who is like his sister, who is possessor of unborn horse and who is strong. Based on the comment of the previous Rik, meaning of this Rik automatically follows. Pusha is often considered to be nourisher, the sun, or his soul. Matur Didhishu Abhravam. Matur Didhishu Abhravam 55.5. We tell about the upholder of Mother Earth. May the destroyer of Usha dawn, who is like his sister, listen to us. Brother of Indra, Pusha the sun is my friend. Brother of Indra, Pusha, let us say the sun, is my friend. The Rik is self-explanatory. 66.55.6. Ajasa Pushanam Rathe. Those unborn ones belonging to him may bring the resplendent Pusha here in a chariot holding wealth and beauty of his subjects. Driving force or horse that carries Pusha and his imaginary body is the race of birthless Brahman. Non-duality of the self is being implied in the silk. The same self holds the wealth and beauty of all living creatures. Sukta contains some sublime ideas and terms which are not seen in the proper light most often. 56 Suktam. Sage Bharadwaja Bharihaspatya Pusha Devata Gayatri Anushtup Chanda Ya Enamadi Deshati 56.1. By whom this Pusha is glorified as eater of parched barley mixed with butter. No other shining being is admired by him. An admirer of Pusha never wishes to honor any other shining being, or one who knows the identity of Pusha knows about Atma. Utadha sa rathidama 56.2. That best among charioteers, Indra, who is well known as protector of truth, kills the cloud-like enemies or ignorance along with his friend Pusha, soul of the sun. Assuming Indra to be universal manifested self, the Rig is self-explanatory. 56.3. Udada Parushegavi. Moreover, the wise Pusha, who is only the best among charioteers, set the golden wheel of that sun. Rolling in the harsh rays of sunlight. The sun's wheel stands for the wheel of time. The Ruk implies that Pusha sets in motion the wheel of time, or he is the soul of the sun. Edadyatva Purushtuta 56.4. O Pushan, admired by many, you are destroyer of enemies, endowed with knowledge. Whatever we speak to you today, please accomplish that true knowledge for us. Seer of the Sukta is asking for Atmajnana to Pusha, who is considered as a knower of truth. Imam Chano Gaveshanam Sataye 56.5. O Pushan, please accomplish for us this wealth that we are searching for dissemination and host of other wealth. You are well known far and near. Seer of the Sukta is seeking truth. May he reveal truth to the seer. 56.6. The last stroke in the Sukta. Ade sastimi imaha. O Pusha, we desire for the prosperity and wealth of all kinds which are free from sin, and happiness for performing the sacrifice today and for performing the sacrifice tomorrow or forever. This requires no elaboration. We are now taking up Suktam 57 from sage Bharadwaja Bharihaspatya. The Sukta of this Indra Pushanau, Chandas Gayatri only. Indra Pushanayam. We glorify Indra and Pusha for friendship, happiness and distribution of wealth. Indra stands for universal Jivatma and Pusha for universal nourisher. Somamanya Upasadat. Of the two, one of them enjoys a sense of objects manifesting in the space and on the earth. The other desires to eat fried barley mixed with butter. Indra, universal manifested united self is supposed to be the enjoyer of all material objects in the universe, while Purusha is thought of as enjoying earthly things. 57.3 Aja anyasya vahnayo hari anyasya. One's bearers are unborn, and that of the other are rays of spiritual light by which ignorance clouds are destroyed. Purusha's horses are unborn. Indra's spiritual rays of light are destroyers of ignorance. Jivatma is carried by drops of flowing spiritual soma. 57.4 Yadindro anyad Ridho Mahiravo. Indra, who causes rain, provides water for the moving earth also. There, Purusha becomes an associate of Indra. Indra provides water to earth. Purusha, the witnessing self, provides a sense of life to Jivatma and Indra. Tam Pushana Sumatim Vayam 6.57.5 We shall attain a good intellect or knowledge of or about Purusha and Indra, who are like two branches of a tree. As mentioned in the previous rut, Indra and Purusha become two branches of one tree, birthless Brahman. Utpushanam Yuvam 57.6, last ruk in the Sukta. As a chariot driver pulls reins to control his horses, we attract Purusha and Indra for great happiness. Here the Sukta is trying to attract the attention of Indra and Purusha in this Sukta. Suktam 58, this is another Suktam on Purusha from sage Bharadvaja, Parhaspatya. Chandas is Trushtup and Jagati. Shukram te anyat yajatam te 58.1 O Purusha, you are endowed with abundant food. One of your forms is pure and the other is worthy of adoration. These different forms are united like day and night. You protect all illusions or intellects. May your auspicious gift be beneficial to us here. One form of Purusha is gross like the light of the sun. The other is the spiritual, the moving, witnessing self. Purusha is imagined to be covering the truth by golden shield. Hiranmayena patrena satyasya vihitam mukham. Ishavasya. The Rik is referring to this concept. The golden shield is an illusion. Ajashva Pashuva Vajavastyo 58.2 Resplendent Purusha has an unborn one or goat as his conveyor, or he has goats as horses. He is the protector of animals, has many things at home, is satisfier of intellect, and is dedicated to bring about welfare of the world. Giving up all evils, he goes about seeing the loosely knit arrangement of the all-pervading universe. Purusha is being conceived of as having the unborn rays of the self as the horses, or the driving force. He bestows a sense of life on living creatures. His home is earth. which is the home of all living creatures. Rest of the Ruk may not need additional clarification. Last part of the Ruk implies that Purusha is the perceiver of the universe or witnessing self. 58.3 Yaste Bhushan. O Purusha, your golden boat or vehicle moves within the atmospheric ocean in the sky. With this vehicle you go as the messenger of the sun, desiring food, wealth and glory. Purusha is said to travel in a golden boat here instead of having a golden shield as described in Ishavasya. See comment on 6.58.1. Purusha goes to a living form as the witnessing self ahead of the energy, the sun. Purusha Subandhur Diva Apathivya. 58.4, last Ruk in the Sutta. Purusha is a kinsman of the space. He is the lord of food. He is abundantly rich and is of wonderful appearance. Shining beings gave him, who is created according to one's inclination, who is very mighty, and is a swift mover to the sun. Enlightened souls conceived of Purusha as the soul of the sun, or physically Purusha is identified with the sun. Plants are food producers. They make use of sun's light for food production. By photosynthesis. Therefore, Purusha is said to be the lord of food here, which is scientifically an accurate statement. Suktam, we go to next Ruk. This is on Indra Agni, Suktam 59. Rishi Bharadwaja Bharyaspatya Chandas Brihadi and Anushto Pranoja Oja Suteshuam. O Indra and Agni, I tell you who are our protectors about your heroic deeds in the manifestation of objects of the universe. Enemies of shining beings or enlightened souls are killed by you. May you live long. Indra, Agni and their attributes are to be discussed in this sutta. One attribute is mentioned in this Ruk itself. Indra represents the manifested self, and Agni implies soul of Agni. Balitha Mahima 59.2. O Indra Agni, your greatness and true fame is highly admired. As you have the same parents, you are like brothers. Along with the mother, you carry the household everywhere. Indra Agni manifests from Purusha or the self. Mukhadindrascha Agnischa Purusha Sukta 10.90. They sustain the material universe along with Mother Nature, Prakriti. Okivamsa Sute Sacha 59.3. In this extraction of Swama essence, or in this knowledge sacrifice here, we praise wielders of Vajra, resplendent Indra and Agni, for protection. The two horses yoked together in the chariot, united in eating of the fodder. Indra Agni are like two horses harnessed to the body of a living being, which is like a chariot of the self. Jivatma and soul of Agni are thought of as enjoying the body of living beings. Ya Indra Agni Suteshuvam 59.4. O supporters of Vruta, Indra Agni, whoever praises you in the extraction of Atmiya Bhavamana Soma essence. To him you speak loving words. O resplendent beings, may you, whose speech is congruous, never accept useless words. No comments. 59.5. Indrakni ko asyavam. O resplendent Indrakni, which mortal knows the fact about you that one of you goes alone, yoking horses in the same chariot which moves in all directions. Indra, the Jivatma, is the one going alone in the chariot. Soul of Agni only provides the energy for the movement of the chariot. 59.6. Indra-Agni Abadiyam. O Indra-Agni, this footless one comes before them who move by feet. That one, abandoning the head, moves making sound with the tongues of living creatures. She covers 30 steps in a lunar month. The footless Susha appears 30 times in a lunar month. She arrives before the footed living creatures become active. She has no head or tongue, but she causes sound to be produced by many living creatures. This is the implied meaning. 59.7. Indra-Agni Ahitanvate. O Indra-Agni, you are leaders of men having arrows in your hands. You please protect us in battle. In the process of acquiring the great wealth in which the rays of the sun are united, may we not be disregarded or neglected. May Indra-Agni protect the sacrificers in their battle of gaining knowledge, in which sun's rays are united or identified with spiritual rays. 59.8. Indra-Agni Tapanti Magha. O devoted Indra-Agni, sinful, malicious thoughts are torturing me. Please drive these away. Please keep away malignant foes or thoughts from the presence of the sun. May evil thoughts or malicious foes never see the light of the sun. May they not appear at any time. That is the seer's wish. Indra-Agni Yuvorapi Vasu. 59.9. O Indra-Agni, may you bring all your riches that are there in the space as well as on the earth for us here in this sacrifice. No explanations on this. 59.10. last look in the Sukta. Indra-Agni Uktavahasa. O Indra-Agni, conveyors of admirable knowledge and hearers of praises of invokers, please come to drink this spiritual Soma essence with praises and well-trained, cultured speeches. We finished this next Suktam is again on Indra-Agni, Suktam 60, Bharadvaja, Chandas Trushtup, Gayatri, Brihati, Anushtup. This can be considered as one of the misinterpreted suktas in Rig Veda. 6.60.1. Shanathat Vrutramuta Sanoti. Whoever serves Indra and Agni, who is enduring, is leading all living beings in the universe to prosperity. He kills the cloud of ignorance and obtains knowledge. These two are capable of overcoming enemies with force and are desirers of knowledge. Whoever meditates on one's own Jivatma and associated soul of energy, He comes to know what sustains his life by keeping his heart beating all through his life. We go to the next track, 60.2. Ta yodhishtama ta yodhishtamabhiga Indra. O Indragni, you conclude that lands or speeches, actions, the sun and dawns are to be subdued. O Indra, you unite the directions, the sun and the beautiful dawns with actions and speeches. O Agni, you are fastened to Indra in all his activities. Indra Agni go together for accomplishing speeches and actions. In combination, they activate inanimate objects like the sun, dawns, etc. Indra bestows existence and consciousness to a man, and Agni provides the necessary gross energy to drive his heart and all other limbs. Vrutrahana Vrutrahabhi 60.3. O destroyers of the cloud or ignorance, Indragni, please come in front of us with thunderbolts which can kill the ignorance cloud. O Indragni, be bestowers of unlimited best type of riches to us. Rut can be interpreted in the physical sense or spiritually. Cloud and thunderbolt physically symbolize ignorance and light of knowledge of the self spiritually. Tahuve ayoidam papne 60.4. I praise Indragni on account of whose ancient deeds this universe came into being. May they not destroy it. This may not require any additional explanation. So also 6.60.8 and 6.60.13. Ugra Vighanina Mrudha Indragni 60.5. We praise the mighty conquerors of foes in battles, Indragni. They are known to be such good conquerors. May they make us happy. Indragni help to kill one's internal foes who are born out of ignorance. 60.6. Hato Prutranyarya Hato Dasani Satpati. Honorable Indragni twin destroys clouds or ignorance. Those protectors of truth kill wicked or servile men and destroy all malicious thoughts or men. Indragni combination kills haters of the self or servants of the self. Atma does not support anything non-different from the self. Oneness is truth. 6.60.7. Indragni Yuvami me. O Indragni, these praises glorify you. O bestowers of happiness, please drink this extracted Atmiya Soma essence. Please hear and enjoy this hymn and the knowledge it contains. This is the message of the Rav. Yamam Sandhi Puruspruho 60.8. O leaders of Manindrakni, whatever be your much desired wealth, Atmajnana, fasten to them. Please come here to an oblation offering officer, sacrificer. Tabhira gacchatam narovedam 60.9. O leaders of Manindrakni, with those much desired wealth, please come to this extracted essence in this session of knowledge sacrifice for drinking Atmiya Pavamana Soma. Indrakni are requested to come and enjoy this hymn, which is a product of seer's mind. 60.10. Tamilisva yo archishavana. O invoker, praise him who by his luster unites all rays of the sun and torment all by his tongue-like flames. This refers to Indra, the fire physically, but may imply Indra, the universal Jivatma. 60.11. Ya idha avivasati, the mortal who serves the happiness of Indra in the shining Agni fire for good reputation or wealth, he can easily cross over all work and fruits of actions. Anyone who can identify Indra and Agni with birthless self, he becomes free from actions. In other words, he is not attached to actions of his mind and body, and also the fruits of such actions. Tano Vajavati Risha 60.12. O invokers, for conveying Indrakni, praise them so that, endowed with admirable knowledge, they may fill us up with food and speedy horses. Here, food stands for knowledge, and horses for mind power or rays of spiritual light. Ubha Vam Indrakni 60.13. O Indrakni, I invoke you too for glorifying you. May you too be delighted with wealth. You too are givers of food and wealth. Therefore, I invoke you too for dissemination of wealth and knowledge. Anogavye 60.14. O Indrakni, please come to us with wealth associated with cows, with horses and other articles. Thus we invoke those shining friends, Indra and Agni, who are bestowers of happiness for their friendship. Cows associated wealth means nourishing food. Horse wealth implies strength and speed. Last stroke in the Sutta. Indrakni Srunutam Havam. O Indrakni, please listen to the hymn of this performer of knowledge sacrifice, who is preparing this hymn with knowledge. Desiring these oblations, please come and drink this sweet flowing Atmiya Soma essence. May Indrakni come to this knowledge sacrifice, hear this hymn and enjoy it. With this, we finish today's session. Viramastavat